Today we're here talking to Lyn about how the city bids for business, where they find it and what's involved. So Lyn, how do you find events?
There's a few ways, Brad. If we're talking about the international conventions that rotate around the world, there's many sources. There's our own database, which is 42 years old and has a lot of intelligence in it. The International Convention and Congress Association has a database of at least 10,000 events that rotate around the world, and most cities utilise that to find events. We have 60 very active ambassadors who look for opportunities for us, as well as our university engagement program. And I suppose most importantly, the stakeholders here in Sydney and New South Wales from the government and our membership base bring us opportunities as well.
What factors determine which events to bid for?
Because we're heavily government funded, we are measured on the economic impact or the new money that's brought into the state from international meetings in particular. And also the strategic relevance, so not only about the dollars, but if the government's trying to develop key industry sectors like the digital economy or advanced manufacturing, professional services, we'll go after those events as well, which help build the economy, the knowledge economy, build jobs, and also the industry sector.
How many in your team work on winning events?
We all do. There's around 40 globally. We have 4 international offices and then around 35 people here in Sydney, but it's everybody contributing to winning of events, from the marketing department, bidding department, even finance. It's about having the best systems and processes in play to make sure that we're as productive as possible.
Lyn, are there any misconceptions about the role of the Bureau and the bidding process?
I think misconception's a good word. I think for a lot of the industry, they think that we may receive an RFP, a request for a proposal, from event proponents, as they do, direct to the hotels and service suppliers and so forth. But the bidding process is very complex, and it can go for 5 to 7 to 10 years. And it's actually like bidding for the Olympics. It's quite strategic in its process, and there are a lot of elements that need to filter in to make a compelling bid.
Once you've made your decision to bid for an event, what's the next step?
We identify an event. We have to convince somebody to bid with us for that event. We are the facilitator essentially, but we need someone that's highly respected internationally in their field or their industry expertise that will bid with us and then form a committee and then move forward that event opportunity.
What's step 2?
After we've found the bid leader, convince them to bid, we form the local host committee and then we put forward a business case, something that's compelling to the international association that will make the decision on the destination. We do a full competitor analysis, so we need to know who our competitors are city-wise and then fully analyse what their strengths and weaknesses are. We'll garner support from the government and the private sector and filter that in principle, in kind, and financial support into the bid to make sure that bid is as compelling as it possibly can be against the competition.
How long can the bidding process go for?
Our research shows us on average around 7 years from finding the event, convincing the bid leader, mounting the bid and then delivering the event. But a lot of the Asia business is becoming a bit more short lead, say 3 years.
What's your budget for bidding for events?
Our total budget for the Bureau is $8 million, so all of that is focused on our core business of bidding for and winning international events.